there. Okay, we're starting for the very first time now. So, English, confirmed. And have you played before? No, I have not. I'm so glad you asked. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Is this a horror game? Actually, I always have to do it a little more than what I need because of the stream. So we'll do that. All right, please include the current time. What the mark? Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Note, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Ah, the mouse moves on the computer too. Begin the game. Never the end is never the end is never the end is loading never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
So it begins.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Hey, you know, it's good that he's got job satisfaction.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, so really quickly, it's a bit loud. So we're gonna do that. Yes, it is the same narrator as the Dungeons 2 and Dungeons 3 games. Can I interact with things?
I'll steal it! No one will ever know!
Oh my gosh, hi bandit. Oh, I can crouch. Can I jump? Nope, no jump.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go...
Oh my god. I got the beans. Beans. I don't know why that one got me so bad.
To the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think it's because I just turned down the volume.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I hate Mondays. Dude, who gets a picture of this for the office? Yeah, I spent some of the budget on a photo. I think you're gonna love it. Oh, what is it? It's a wet leaf. First of all, promoted.
Hello THX for GW2 guides.
Thank you, NT Control. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Appreciate you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I thought that was part of the game until like a second into it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I came here for waffles! Oh my god, you guys.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Man, I do love myself brand cold drinks.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, no, man, you just do your thing, narrator. I just want to enjoy this leaf.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, the cup says fuel. Coffee nut.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I'm gonna I know this is a game that you do like multiple runs through. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what the narrator says as often as possible for the first time. See what happens.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Chase the booty.
Alright, chat, we've unlocked one ending already.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
It's
yourself.
me. I forgot about myself.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh,
This
her.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, jeez.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
This phone doesn't have caller ID, so I just assume it's a sales call. Yank the cord? First of all, spoilers. Second of all, can you even do that?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but
What?
with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
What the heck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
No. I want to get forklift certified. Oh, look, there's guardrails on it now. He's like, you can't be trusted.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have
Me.
you jumping off the platform and dying.
Me.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Imagine.
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Me. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Oh crap, I owe $5,000.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No! I'm just gonna sit in a comfy chair. Devs would hate you as a tester. They would love me as a tester. I know that all the blocks go in the square hole.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
This
To know
chair
that
is
my
so
story
tiny.
is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
I was just thinking when the light comes back on, we're going to be in the back of that wagon and hear, hey you, you're finally awake. Like that would have been the moment. Copper.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the
Is it gonna keep getting worse?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley.
Okay, I guess that is done.
Always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I think it's just repeating now.
The door on his left.
Just standing there. I'll
No! Why did you do
All right, this is number 3. After this, I'm going left.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Wait,
That
I think
means
it cut out
choosing
earlier that
responsibly
time.
And always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Hurry back.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
It's cutting out at the same spot.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always
Okay,
putting the
alright, I'm bored of
story
that. I'm
first.
going left now.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a
Tips
single
for
person
not getting
either.
fired?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Why is that just on a list? Get Chris out of the broom closet. Why not just send someone to go do it? Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Puppy dog salary. Oh man, numbers just tanked here at the end.
Noises. I hear the sound of betrayal.
Is this that one Bitcoin chart I've been reading about? Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net or some sort of child trap. Size of demographic. Space between teenagers. Throw something in the idea bin. No more bins / trash can. Renaming of the idea bin. Firing of me. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a thick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. Number of slides in this slide. Slide, charts and slides, charts. Money, 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 money. Okay. Chris, you in there? Dude, the guy, they were in there having a meeting about who has to get Chris out of the broom closet. It's right here. It's like 10 feet away.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is very posh.
Standing inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Hold on.
Unraveled,
That picture.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
All
There
right.
was only one way to find out.
That
Stanley
picture
had
on the
been
wall.
trained never to speak up, but now he would.
That picture on the wall. This was the thumbnail I did when Dennis was casting an automated tournament in Guild Wars 2. The picture on the wall reminds me of this.
Would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Whoa, is this Flu Girl's office? It says business strategy, and there's a picture of a panda with a gun to its head.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I am the most expensive boss? Wait,
I'm
what?
sorry,
Right
is
here,
that a
Flute.
problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
It's like the bookcase moves.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have
I
better
clicked
things to
it.
do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two
What?
doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you
The
there?
crazy thing is, as I clicked the receiver, when he said fine, I guess you're not gonna do it.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?